sometimes we would like to have more space to do other things like exercising in your room, dancing choreographies, doing your homework, or use your bed in other ways. I always liked the idea of convertible beds that can be lifted and stuck to the wall to have more space, and my idea was that, but using this bed. Here below I have some posters, photos, and memories, so like that doesn't feel like boring. But always with the idea that you can take it down again, like turn it into a normal bed. I usually put this part of the bed here and like that, and in this part I used to have vocabulary in English, but now I put another like Korean alphabet, and this was our car, and my name used to be plastered on the front, but my parents changed it to include my whole family's name. I think to don't make it look like I was the favorite child back then. I'm just kidding. But I think my parents put my name there for being born or being the baby of the family in those years. But then we sold it, and now our current car doesn't have anything. This is a letter from a classmate that I had in a boarding school. She wrote me this goodbye letter to be strong and fight for my dreams. And it says something like we should not lie and we have to be ourselves all the time. And here I have other things like souvenirs that I had when I was in the boarding school. And this is why all this inspires me while I'm doing something or just studying. But this time I have another idea to modify and make the appearance of my bed look better. So in this part of my bed I have decided to put some lights to make it look like more cool. And I started removing this. I was not afraid of being scolded by my parents because I had my excuses about how old is this bed. And because normally a new bed, like an expensive one or in good condition, like this bed of my father's, we can't cut it or modify it like this. But at this point I was a little bit worried about the way it looked, because it looked a little bit ugly. And for example, if you are studying something, sometimes the bed takes a lot of space, so you can use the floor to work better, like I used to do here. So if your bed is old and broken like mine, and so you can modify it. And this is how my new inspiration space looks like. And I decided to put yellow lights here because I like this color now. Maybe one day I will change it. And I sometimes tie this against the wall in case there is an earthquake or if this part of the bed falls suddenly. And here I can set my table now and study for several hours. But I told you sometimes I feel stressed and I don't want to see anything, so I only put my bed like this. Now I'm imagining you having your favorite posters under your bed. I like to be in the dark with lights, like to think or listen to music. And something very good about these lights is being able to modify the type of movement or the speed of the lights. I can already imagine watching myself concerts with these lights, singing or listening to music. But sometimes I don't need a bed like this. I really have slept like this for days and weeks, just because sometimes it feels like very tiring or it takes time to move the bed every morning, and so like this I don't have to put it down or lift it or put away the other part of the bed.